Hi Leo, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for May 15th through June 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. If this is about you and another person, this could resonate with yours or their moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right. So what is your harsh truth? So far, it's not been really that harsh for everybody. There's been a lot of people doing their own thing and happier for it, and I don't think we need to redefine harsh. That's for Leo. Leo, harsh truth for Leo. Okay. 7 of Wands, Hermit, that could be Virgo. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, get it. Death, that could be Scorpio. Look at all of these. 3 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, major arcana. King of Cups, that could be Pisces. All right. Okay, whoopsie. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana. All right, so this is kind of a big deal. What's going on? Have you decided to quit a connection and someone's hoping that they can kind of slide back in there and a little bit as friends, kind of just keep it light and see what's going to happen? This is a bit bigger of a deal for you, and once you're done, you're done. So I think that's misguided on their part. Let's see. What's this Hermit about? What's Hermit about for Leo? 5 of Cups. All right. What's this 3 of Cups about for Leo? What's this 3 of Cups about? The World. All right. What's this Wheel of Fortune about for Leo? The Devil. That could be Capricorn. Yeah. What's this Death card about? Yeah, they're the Moon. Okay. Moon and the Ace of Pentacles. Nice. All right. What's this Ace of Pentacles about? All right, so you're with somebody that is kind of hoping that whatever you two have just gone through is temporary and that it's situational. It's because this is going on. It's because you're stressed. It's because this and that. And you're like, nope. What's this Ace of Pentacles? Once your mind's made up, it's made up. And you're pretty darn sure that you're going to be doing your own thing. And you feel, not only that, you just feel like it's reached that point to where there's not any turning back for you. So, but your person still thinks that there's a chance that things could return to stasis with you two. They see that things having ended or run to completion with you is temporary, and that they can somehow kind of work their way back in because they have been able to before. That's the thing. They're just thinking that this is one of many times. The thing is that for the Leos I'm reading for, this is somebody that you've been dealing with for a while. This is not anything new. So this is something that is newly separated from for you, and in your mind it's for the best and there's no going back, and you've had enough examples of someone not being reliable or dependable, or not being able to kind of deal with something to completion to where it always kind of pulls them back under. So you've got someone that you can only trust so far, and then eventually their demons arise and it leads to a lot of uncertainty, and you just can't take it anymore. You want stasis, you want security, you want predictability, and you've come to the decision that you're the only one that's going to and provide it for yourself and can provide it for yourself, and that's the way you want it. Your person wants you to be okay with that sort of uncertainty with them, because it's almost like, well, everything else is really good, so can't I just have credit? It sounds so funny to say it, but can't I just have credit for time served? And then when these little slip ups happen, I'm held harmless because you knew it was going to happen. And can't you just accept that about me? Everything else is fine. And you're like, I really can't. I've tried. We're not here because this is the first shot out of the gate and I'm like gun shy or, trigger happy, 1 foot out the door, whatever you want to call it. My analogies are horrible. Point is, this is something you've been going back and forth with for a while and you just can't anymore. You want better for yourself. And you're in a good position. You have come full circle with it. And you're kind of... you're in a good position. You don't want to lose any ground. For the Leos that I'm reading for, though, it feels like that you're once again wanting to negotiate or barter with yourself, not with the person, but this person is definitely on your mind and you've been thinking about it. And you're wishing it could have been different. If not for that one thing, could this be different? And the reality is that no. It's always going to be about accommodating whatever that one thing about that person is. And if they don't eventually let that one thing back in, they're not as nice or as wonderful as you think they are. It's almost like everything's great, but let me have my whatever and everything can continue being great. I'll be grateful for you afterwards for giving me the leniency and, the mercy to let me indulge. Or it feels like addiction. It feels like you got somebody that just can't cut the cord with the addiction. They can't get over it. So they want leniency. Like every 6 weeks I get to go use for a week or something. And I hate to be gross, but, and you're just like, actually, that's the whole, like, I can't. And the thing is, what if you had somebody that didn't have that leniency? How much progress would they make on recovering or resolving their own issues? Not much. In fact, things would get really ugly because this is someone that's good because they can go use. This is someone that's good because they know in 4 weeks they're going to be able to get that hall pass. And I don't mean to be ugly or accusatory, but the reality of it is someone is good because they know they're going to get their prize. Not a good dynamic in a relationship because relationships are work. Everybody knows that. And this is someone that would rather use than do the work. It could be that at this point they're biologically dependent on it if it's drugs, or it's just a nasty habit they're not willing to do the work to break. If it's not drugs, like maybe it's just a nasty habit, or an unhealthy dynamic that they're just not willing to confront. They're only willing to manage it so far, and then the reality is that you have to step in and manage it for them or be okay with it. And you're not, and you shouldn't be. So good for you for not. And for wanting more and better for yourself. And you're examining this, you're thinking about it, and part of you bargaining or negotiating with it and being conflicted is part of the grieving process. It's inching your way more and more closer to your side of things than their side of things. And it just goes that way. And I know you know this, but I feel like on the one hand, you're physically portraying yourself to be kind of strong and removed from it, but there's an internal battle going on. And that's normal. We all do that. So no beating yourself up and no thinking that it's a sign that you should give them one more chance. That is not where your Leo generosity lies. It lies elsewhere for you and yours. This person is not, doesn't get the tribal benefit anymore because it's asking too much of you. And you know this, and round we go. All right. And intuitively you know this. It's just the process of separating. What's his King of Cups? What's his King of Cups? Good. King of Swords. Good. That could be Gemini. This could be Pisces. What else for Leo? Page of Swords. Okay. So, this... For the Leos that I'm reading for, this is someone that doesn't think you mean it. They don't think this is really over. They are taking full advantage of the fact that it's because of Ronageddon, that's why this or that's why that, or you have to cut me some slack. You don't have to do squat. You keep that 1 foot in front of the other. You need to be very clear and lucid about this and watch your contact with them because they'll lie in wait and then they'll kind of resurface and, that wonderfully generous nature of yours. Well, we can be friends. You need to be honest with yourself. Can you be friends with this person? No, because it leads back, all roads lead back to them having you. And it's a slippery slope. And you need to be decisive and very clear-headed about this and very honest with yourself about, look, goodbye has to be goodbye with this person. It can't be like, oh, didn't work out. And sorry. No, this was like this person was a very big deal to you. And it's one of those things where you need to go no contact for a while so you can fully heal. If you still feel anything, you cannot be in contact with them just because they're going to tug at your heartstrings. And you're always going to feel compromised or be compromised. Because you compromising means that you're going to be compromised, not them. You're going to show back up in service of them and make their world okay, but yours is going to be in deficit or chaotic because of their influence. And I'm not talking bad about them as a person, but their dynamic is such that it doesn't work for you. It gives them stability, but not you. And there's not this is about you having your wits about you and being sensible and kind of being the emotionally mature one and going, you know what? In theory, you would think we could be friends, but no, because that's always the gateway to you two ending back up together. I just want to see how you're doing. How are you? I'm fine. I will always be fine. I'm not doing this. You know how you can know that I'll always be fine? Because I took care of both of us before. So if I can do that, you have to know that I'll be fine. So you don't need to check up on me. I appreciate it, but it needs to stop here. I need to grieve and move on. And I hate to be like about it, but it feels like that's what's needed here, because this person will always kind of meander back in. Just, hey, how you doing? You know how I'm doing. You know I will always be fine. I took care of both of us. Come on. That's for Leo. Hermit reversed, 5 of Cups. And I used to do like this. Whoopsie. I know it was 5 of Cups. Used to do like this and turn. I'm not turning them anymore because I think that's just as indicative or significant. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So this is you, again, the grieving process. You're working through the stages. It might be going back. You might be going from forgiveness and acceptance and moving on to all of a sudden, oh man, the despondency and despair. And why can't we that's that back and forth. So I'm leaving it right. That's very apropos, actually. And then this is you ready to get outside and move about and around, and you're done having to kind of think about this and be sequestered and not be able to take those steps forward because you're just kind of at home and working and not making much headway moving forward. Again, this is with somebody you've dealt with for a while. This is not somebody new. So if you just met someone, or if you're dealing with that situation back and forth at work and who's going to make the first move, this is not it. This is the other person, whoever that is. But this is, you're ready to get back out. I'm getting some water. Throat's getting dry again. I think this is you kind of having to stay, shelter in place or whatever. It's taking a toll on everybody because we all fall down that rabbit hole. Everybody's getting nostalgic. Everybody's negotiating with things that maybe they normally would have much more distance from because of there's not much else to do but work and think about stuff, or work and then stay home and think about stuff while you're working out or doing. But things are very linear right now. So this is you knowing that you need to be strong, but there's an inner battle going on. There's a little bit of conflict here. Doesn't mean you're not going to do the right thing. It just means that you're still projecting an air of not superiority. You know what I mean? An air of confidence, or you're still externally, you still, you're doing fine. It's just, you're thinking about it, but you know better. And it's part of thinking about it is the grieving. So don't doubt yourself. I don't think Leos have a problem with that, but don't feel like you should. That's the one. Don't should on yourself, because that's where, when you feel like, oh, but I should, the guilt, the duty, the honor, the obligation, What you should be doing is taking care of yourself like you are, and one foot in front of the other. So no doubting yourself and no getting roped back in because of guilt. No shoulding on yourself. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I hope you keep putting one foot in front of the other and doing what you're doing. You're doing great outside of this. but I feel like there's these times where you doubt yourself, and that's okay as long as you're moving through it. But I don't want you to stay stuck there or beat yourself up and then regress and think that, oh, I didn't do something right 2 years ago. And so you feel like you need to make up for that so that you can look back on this experience and have no regrets. You don't owe 2 years ago anything. It's okay for you to move forward and move on. Okay. All right. I hope this was helpful, Leo. I hope to see you in the next reading. Sorry, I need to add one thing, because the reality of it is it's always going to be, this person will always be dealing with that dynamic. They're never going to, I shouldn't say never. It is unlikely in your time frame that they're going to be clear of whatever issues you two have dealt with before. That's always going to be a part of their history or their sphere. So, and I think you know this, it's just, again, the grieving and kind of going back and forth with it, which is part of the process. So, okay, all right. Thank you for stopping by. I hope this was helpful. Hope I didn't get too preachy. Love and support to you. Thank you for your service if you're a first responder or essential worker. And you stay safe and you take care. All right. Hope to see you soon, Leo.